Good afternoon. Welcome. It is Monday, January 20th, 2025. And welcome to the Ohio Deep Freeze. We are freezing outside. Um, so again, welcome. I'm Pat Mayer, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Northeast Ohio. And as I said, it's very, very cold. We're under a cold advisory. Schools are already closed for tomorrow. Since they were off today for Martin Luther King Day. So pop in, let me know if you're here. And if you read the preview, I said prepare to be wowed because I'm just blown away with what I'm going to show you today. Let me check to make sure that everything is in sync and working, and it looks like it is. Here's a little bit more. Shop with me at patmayer.stampinup.net. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Oh, Rose, glad to be taking on this cold day. I hope you're staying in. Actually, I usually do meet some friends for dinner after I do my live on Mondays, and we've canceled that. Not that we're afraid to drive there, but coming home it's dark and you don't know if it's slippery or whatever. So canceled that, canceled something tomorrow morning. As I said, the schools are already closed. A good number of them, at least our public school in Akron is closed tomorrow. So anyway, I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to flip down to my desktop and just, there, things are taking a little bit of time to focus in, I guess. This is the time for celebration and a mini catalog. However, I'm not doing anything from the mini catalog today, but I do want to talk about celebration, that it runs from January 7th through February 28th. And with every $60 purchase, you can choose something free from here. I think I've shown a couple of these things. I have this rainbow celebration kit, and I haven't opened it yet, but that looks fun. That's a freebie. Documenting the day, which is great for scrapbooking. And I have that and haven't used it yet. And I've used the fruit salad paper a little bit. And what else do we have here? I don't have friendly seagulls. Here's an embossing folder. So many options. So I'm just going to skip to the good stuff for right now. So yes, Rose, it is a good day to make cards. Stay warm, have some hot chocolate, hot coffee, whatever makes you warm. I've got a little space heater on down here next to me. Not that it's really that cold down here, but actually the furnace just kicked on. And Sharon, welcome. Okay, Shirley, welcome. Oh my goodness. We're all here. So if you read what I said, I'm going to show today the arches. The arches. These are so much fun. And actually, this goes with, where did I put it? A stamp set. I do this every week. Well, maybe I put it over here. How about this one? It goes with the Everyday Arches stamp set. As you can see, these are arched to coincide with some of these. And I do have some, what I think, great samples to show you when I'm done with the one that I'm going to demonstrate today. if this isn't your vibe here, I think just having the dies are, as a standalone, are just perfect. And hello, Sue, welcome. But this is a bundle. And there's some great sentiments here. Hello, thanks, thanks so very much. Just thanks by itself. Reach for the stars. So it's good, and I have a couple samples to show where I've used these as well. But this is going to be my focus for today, as well as the mixed florals. Now, both of these are online exclusive products. They became available on January 7th, which was the same time that the celebration and the new mini catalog rolled out. And this one does have an entire suite of products. The paper, and I'm going to use a little bit of that today, is beautiful. Here is one that is a full 12 by 12 that can be used as scrapbooking. And if you're not aware, quite some time ago, Stampin' Up! Got back into more scrapbooking, which we used to do a long time ago. I wish I was more of a scrapbooker, but I'm more of a, have my photographs on my phone and look at them that way. But this paper, I cut one piece down just so you can see when I cut this 5 1/4 by 4, how you can get very quickly get cards, like 6 of them, when it's mounted on your card base, out of that one piece of paper. But here are the other designs. Here's the back of that one. Pretty green, just some abstract looking, watercolor looking flowers. I'll look at the colors here in a minute. I think that's peach pie. This one I've used on a card. I love the black and white. Here's another little abstract, more black and white. This one I haven't tried yet. I love that. There's that one. So the colors that are included here are, let's get it going the right direction. Basic black, boho blue, calypso coral, daffodil delight, flirty flamingo, granny apple green, mossy meadow, petal pink, poppy parade, and shy shamrock. So I'm going to use a strip of that paper today as an accent on the card. So let's take a look at the mixed florals. It's a photopolymer, and I have one of these images already stamped and cut out with the dies, but I'm going to use this one today. And I do have it partially colored, but I'm going to cut it out with one of the arches. And we've got something going here with one of the little ladybugs. So let's see what we've got going here. I'm going to start with a piece of lemon lolly. I love yellow and black together, which I think I've shown before. We've got a piece to go on the inside. This is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored in the center at 4 1/4. I have a piece for the envelope. So I'll go ahead and get started on that. So what are you all doing to stay warm? This is definitely soup weather. We got a whole lot more snow yesterday than I think I was anticipating. I'm not even sure that the weather forecasters knew we were to get that much snow. Okay, let's trim that off. Cuddled up in a blanket. Well, that's what that's where I'm headed when I'm done here today, since I'm not going any place for dinner as I usually do on Mondays. That is so cute. I love that design on there. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of that same designer paper and put that across the front of my lemon lolly. Now, I will admit, I'm kind of stamping on the fly here because I didn't make a prototype or sample of exactly what I'm putting together. So it's kind of in my brain what I want to do, and I'm hoping it's going to work. But I'm not going to glue that down just yet, just in case. But I do have the arch already ready to go of the one that I'm going to cut out. And by the way, there are 10 different arches here. And you've got opportunities to do so many different things. I saw somebody said you could kind of put two of these together with maybe a little flat piece in the middle and look like a Band-Aid. This one goes very well with the hello stamp on the everyday arches, or thanks. You could probably put the thanks and so very much on there together. And because those are photopolymer, they're very easy to line up. So this is my thought here. I've already die cut this piece out. This doesn't have a stamp. This is just a standalone die cut that will go behind, hopefully, in my brain, what I want to do. Not sure if it's going to work. So I have already started to color this. I thought the leaves would take the most time, so I've gone ahead and done the leaves in light and dark granny apple green. And since I'm on this yellow kick, let's grab some blends. I hadn't used my blends in a long time. So it's kind of fun to get those out again. And here's the lemon lolly. Is that lemon lolly? No, that's wild wheat. Okay. So this is the light lemon lolly. And so we're going to have some yellow tulips. Let's use the bullet end. I kind of like that a little bit better. And I'm going to accent this with some dark, there we go, some dark Daffodil Delight, and then blend it a little bit. Just down at the bottom. Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. There you go. And as that dries, that color will blend a little bit more. Okay, don't want to mix up my colors here. This just makes me feel like spring. And every day we go gets closer to spring. But this year we are getting the winter that we haven't seen in a while. So I'm just kind of flicking that color off of there. And then blending it. Now, if you haven't used the blends before or in a while, they do bleed through. They're alcohol markers, so you want to make sure that you have something under your cardstock when you are coloring with the blends. But they are definitely the best to color with. So there we have that. Now all that's left are these tiny little flowers. And I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo. And just go with the light. And because these do dry rather quickly, you want to accent and do your blending fairly soon after you do the coloring. Or it doesn't blend quite as well. So I'll do these in a minute. So I use the light and then, the light, dark, and then go back to the light to blend. I am not the best, I will admit this, excuse me, the best at coloring with the blends, because there are some demonstrators out there who just do amazing things with them. So I still have the light in my hand here, so let's go back and do these. Now I didn't do very much, but if you go outside the line, I just got a new color lifter. You can't erase this, but this is a color lifter that will pull that color off of there. And then when that dries, it went right there. There was just a little bit there that I noticed. Perhaps nobody else would, but I noticed there was just a little tinge of color there. So when that dries, that will lift that color off. All right, now I am using the second largest arch here. So let me swing around to my cut and emboss machine. And run this through. Okay, so that's what we have. Put that back on there. Now, this is where I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. I do have this shown on another card, kind of behind that one. So I'm just going to save this for something else. So what I had in my mind just wasn't going to work, I guess. Okay, where's that little piece of paper? Good heavens. Well, I could cut another piece. And as soon as I do that, I know that it will pop up. So let's just go ahead and do that. And that was, I think, I'm gonna go with 1.5. And because this end doesn't look as good, I'm gonna cut it here. So 1.5 by 4. I'm gonna go a little bit beyond 4 1/4. Oops. Just because sometimes you want to adjust it a little bit, and it's easier to trim it off. Okay, I'm not even sure that that looks as good as I want it to. Because this is pretty big. I could leave it like that, or I have a thought. So this is definitely Stampin' on the fly, you guys. There is an embossing folder that goes with this, and I haven't used it yet. So hang with me on this. It is called Plaster Painting 3D Embossing Folder, and this is part of the suite that goes with the mixed florals. So let's give it a try. This is one of these mega sizes. It's huge. And I am moving things around here. So I'm going to make this the full size, the 5.5 by 4.25. Run that through the embossing machine and see what it looks like, because I've been wanting to use this and I just hadn't tried it out yet. It's got so much texture to it. Look at that. It's beautiful. Be right back. Okay. Oh wow, that is gorgeous. So we'll put that on there. Going to put it at a little bit of an angle. Now this is one that would look good either way, with the embossed side or the debossed side. So that has lots of opportunities and options too. And when you use an embossing folder, I strongly suggest using the liquid glue so you can get down into all of those little nooks and crannies. So that fills up the whole card. Okay, let's do that. And I think that requires some dimensionals. I think an arch should be straight. Arches should not be at an angle. If you walked into a house and they had an arch into a room, I don't think you would want it to be at an angle. So we're going to make that straight. Okay, so now I have one more thought. Let's go to the everyday arches. As I said, I'm kind of on the fly today because I was making some samples and kind of got away from me. Okay, I want to stamp hello. Let's go to this scrap. That's good. I had so much black ink on my fingers that I was afraid I was going to get ink on everything. And that's a good one for this little hello. Back in a flash. And that will look good right there. And let's add some pearls to this. So I'll end up using that for something else. I'm trying to use up some of these embellishments that I've had hanging around. Fortunately, the pearls and the rhinestones are always around. So I've got 3 there. Let's put one up here. And one right here where there was a little black dot of ink right there in that flower. When you can't do anything else, use an embellishment to cover something up. Okay, now I had one more thing to go here, and that was to go inside here. With this little floral. And a little ladybug. Let me see what he looks like. Okay, oh, that's cute. I hadn't stamped him before. There are some ladybugs. I did not order those, so those are going to be kind of cute. Let's color him. And this is Poppy Parade. And just light on these little flowers again. Then there's plenty of room there to write. or put another sentiment if you like. Okay, so let's put that on the inside. Okay, so there we go. And I guess I didn't take the backing off of that one. Now I can show you the samples that I was playing with this morning. Now I still have this one that I could make into another card, which is very similar to the one I'm going to show you. I've got lots of arches punched out here, so let's just put those aside. Now with this one, let me go back to this for a second. You can, if that's going to go behind something, you can adhere that here. Otherwise, it's kind of tough to put the glue on here, and you might want to consider using the adhesive sheets with that particular die. But look how pretty that would look on one of the arches. Yes, Rose, this would be a great Easter card. Okay, show you some samples here. Clean up my mess a little bit. Okay, what did I start with? This was what I started with. I think I made this one yesterday. And I did put Wink of Stella on that. That's the same as this one. And I did glue that down, but left, it wasn't too bad to get some glue on there, because I did not use the adhesive sheet. But it's kind of nice to keep things popping up as well. And that was with that background paper. So that's that one. Then this is one that it's the card. And this is with the hibiscus set of, it's a hybrid. And what you do on this one is cut a card so that the left side of the die hangs over just a little bit and doesn't cut. And then take that same arch die and put it over top. So you're eliminating that part. There's a little bit of a buckle there, which I might need to work on, but otherwise I like that one a whole lot. Okay, here is one that I did this afternoon. And this uses one of the curved You Are Simply Fantastic. And that's just a regular card. And then I cut the arch out of another piece of the same size. Use the blending brush inside for color. And then added You Are Simply Fantastic. And that looked to me like it was just kind of hanging in the air. So I drew a line there to anchor it a little bit. Now, this is probably my favorite. And it is a trifold card. And I saw this several weeks ago. We had an arch in one of the die sets that I believe is either on the last chance list or it's retired. I really don't remember. I was going through things the other day and I don't have it in my stack anymore. But what you do is to cut out your arches. Maybe I will just show this one next week. Let me know if you would like to see this. And then you use copy paper to create a hinge behind there. So there are two arches here. And what you want to do is to make sure that, you know, there's a pretty side and a not so pretty side when you cut out one of the dies that either has stitching or some other kind of embellishment on it. So you cut out one and then another one that will go on top of it so that the pretty side is also on the back as well. And then this one goes with that. And it folds up. It's probably a little bit smaller than an envelope, but I would definitely mail it in a regular size envelope. Now, you might say, where did I get these things? These are from, here they are. These also came with the suite of products. They're the Mixed Media Florals, Memories and More card pack. Things that I get and then I either forget to use, don't know what to do with them, so on and so forth. So these all match that paper. They're great for making cards, which I have done before, since I don't scrapbook. You've got some 4x6. These are little cards that are 4x3. And these are 4x6, I believe. Yes. And there are 2 sheets of stickies here for die cuts. And then these pieces here. So I decided I could use a couple of the smaller arches and cut these out. This was from the designer paper. And then cut these out with a small arch with those 4x6. So we've got Celebrate, Good Times, and Happy Birthday. And then it just folds up like that. So that's my favorite. So let me show you again that one. These are so much fun. And then I did a couple others smaller than that one. You are simply fantastic. Thanks so very much. And it's also with a little hinge back here. And for the hinge, you use copy paper because regular cardstock would be too much. Then here's one. This is the one where my fingers were all black and I was getting ink all over everything. So this one probably is just going to go, I don't know, you can't really put an embellishment up there. But just hello, you are simply fantastic. Just a cute little card to pop in the mail. And then here we have the one for today. Can you buy what separately, Sue? The arches can definitely be, they can be a standalone, yes. Yeah, you don't need to get this with the arches. And I think they are $29. And then I think I wrote it down somewhere. Then I think it was $45 for the bundle. But, I mean, Personally, I think these would just, that's what you need. Definitely what you need. And then the mixed florals, you could get just a stamp set. Oh, the 3x4 and 4x, yes. Yes, these are separate. And I don't have the price because it's online and I can't just reach over for a catalog and look for it. But these are usually like $10. And then you could make lots of cards out of these without even doing anything with other dies. But these are great. And I'm going to make myself use them. So anyway, that's it for today, gang. And so glad you stopped by on this cold day. At least when I look out the window, it is sunshiny and it's pretty out there. And now I think I will go ahead and finish up and make this card too. So take care, stay warm. See you next week. Bye-bye.